A milestone victory for head coach John Wismath and a strong start for a Cougars freshman in the outfield. Welcome to Cougars Softball Insider. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm your host, Matthew Frieda. We're just about 15 minutes away from the Cougars conference matchup with LA Mission, but first, let's catch you up on the team's most recent action. On Tuesday, the Cougars took on the Bakersfield Renegades in their second conference game of the season. Starting pitcher Allison Melgar took the ball for the Cougars, but found herself in trouble early, allowing an RBI double to Riley Price in addition to a bases-loaded walk to give the Renegades a 2-0 lead after the first inning. Melgar would settle in, allowing just 3 singles the rest of the way, but the Cougars lineup going to work against Talia Nielsen simply had no answers. Nielsen retired the first 9 batters that came to the plate, and she would end her day with 11 strikeouts as she cruises to a complete game shutout in a 2-0 loss for the Cougars. With the loss, the Cougars fall to 0-2 in conference play this year, but sitting at 11-6-1, the team still has high expectations of itself. And one reason for that is the team's star left fielder, Brianne Tall. I had a chance to catch up with Tall and talk about her recent success both at the plate and in the field. Spring has arrived, and with it, a new season for College of the Canyon softball. The Cougars, off to a strong start early in the season, get their first opportunity in conference play. And according to Brianne Tall, they're ready for whatever comes their way.
As we progress, we get better because we are getting better. Each game goes by in each practice, and I feel like we do have a good chance of winning our conference and then moving on to states. So I think that's our big goal as a team.
Tall, originally from Northern California, moved to Santa Clarita during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. And despite the challenges that come with it, Tall has found her place on this team.
When I first came here, I didn't really know anyone, so then everyone has this is like my family over here, so it makes me feel like just everyone has really good chemistry and we all get along. We have the same humor, the same jokes. So I really feel like that also helps us as a team as well when we perform on the field.
It was hard for her with COVID, so she had to sit out and not around anybody that she knew. And it's a tough to do something like that, coming from a long way and be able to come and meet new people and stuff. And I really, tip my hat to her for what she's accomplished already.
Tall leads the Cougars with 18 RBIs this year, 5 coming by virtue of 2 home runs versus Riverside on March 5th. That same game, Tall completed a double play on a would-be sacrifice fly with an outfield assist to catcher Lisa Motes to prevent a run from scoring.
So what is going through my head is I'm making sure that obviously I have the ball, and then I'm listening to my center fielder Ash telling me where to throw the ball because obviously I'm looking at the ball to make sure I have it. And then once I hear everyone just go 4-4-4, I just throw it to my cut, and then it just made it to home in time.
And last week, Tall was recognized for her play as she was named the College of the Canyon Student Athlete of the Week, something that came as a bit of a surprise to her.
I was just going through Instagram and then I seen my face on something, so I just seen it and I sent it to my parents and then my family, and they're all saying they're proud and everything. So when hearing that from my family makes me proud and it feels like I've accomplished something.
She's done a great job. She's eager to do better all the time. She asks for extra help. She's starting to pay attention now to the mental part of her game, but physically, she's a beast and she's got a great arm.
Tall credits her teammates' support for her strong start and says their focus is all on one singular goal.
The only way I kind of get that confidence is from my team and them cheering me on and telling me, because I have a lot of self-doubt in myself sometimes, so my team cheering me on and telling me that no one better, just cheering me on from the side really helps me do good at the plate and let everything else just go and just focus on what I need to do at the plate.
Reporting for Cougar Softball, I'm Matthew Frieda. And here are the stats for Tall over her last 5 games, not including Tuesday's loss to Bakersfield. Brianne with 9 hits in her last 17 at-bats, good for a .529 average. In addition, those 2 home runs and her 9 RBIs played a huge part in the Cougars' doubleheader sweep over Riverside on March 5th. Still to come, a milestone victory for Coach Wismath and the upcoming schedule for the team. This is the Cougar Softball Insider pregame show as we lead you up to first pitch at 2:30 versus LA Mission. Don't go anywhere.
So our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Welcome back to Cougars pregame softball coverage. Well, earlier this week, head coach John Wismath won his 350th career game with the Cougars. Over his first 14 years at COC, Wismath has led his teams to the Western State Conference Championships in 4 different seasons and to a co-championship in 3 others. I sat down with Coach Wismath and discussed his tenure with the school and his expectations for the current team. With constant interruptions from COVID-19, many things have changed for COC softball over the last 2 seasons. But the one constant has been head coach John Wismath.
I mean, this is a great place to play. They take care of you over here. Our athletic director, our dean, those guys are always big as far as athletics go, and we got good people around this area.
Wismath, entering his 15th year as head coach of the Cougars, recently reached the milestone, winning his 350th career game with College of the Canyons.
I played men's fast pitch when I was young. My freshman year in high school, they cut the program, and so my dad played men's fast pitch, and so that's where I kind of learned how to play ball. And then I started pitching when I was a sophomore in high school, just in the backyard with my dad because it was fun. And next thing you know, I ended up getting to be involved with it at a collegiate level.
Wismath, a 2-time All-American decathlete at Chico, began his coaching career at Butte College in Oroville, California, where he amassed 250 wins over 12 seasons.
One of the players that was at Chico State at the time, she got asked to coach out at Butte, and she asked me, she said, Butte College, which is a community college, she said, hey, John, she said, how'd you like to come out and help me out? I don't really know what I'm doing too much. And I said, absolutely. So I went out there, and that's kind of how I got my start. I coached there for 1 year as an assistant, and then I took over the program, and I coached at Butte College for 12 years as the head coach.
Upon arriving at College of the Canyons, Wismath had big shoes to fill, replacing his predecessor, 20-year head coach Ray Whitten, following the 2007 season. Wismath's best season with the Cougars came in 2012, when the Cougars won a state-best 42 games and were named the #1 seed in the Southern California playoffs. But the veteran head coach says it's not the wins and losses, but the impact on the lives of his players that he cares most about.
I don't think about the wins and losses like that. I just think about these girls' success, and being a part of a program that has the opportunity to create that success is huge.
Getting his team to buy into one singular goal, to be better every day, Coach Wismath continues to shape the lives of his players, both on the field and off of it.
We're trying to get them to be great, and I think, with buying into what we're trying to do here in our philosophy, with the coaches and the staff, coaching staff, and just the people around them, to start buying into what we're doing, and I think they have.
Reporting for Cougar Softball, I'm Matthew Frieda. And Coach Wismath continues to show up to the ballpark with the same fire and attention to detail as he's had since day one. We're just moments away from first pitch at Whitten Field, where the Cougars will look to get their first conference win of the season as they square off against LA Mission. You're watching the Cougars pregame softball show. First pitch is coming up next.
IQ, which stands for Institute for Culinary Education, at College of the Canyons, we offer 3 certificates: a baking and pastry certificate, a culinary arts certificate, and a wine studies certificate, as well as an associate's degree in the culinary arts. We are an accelerated program, so you can finish between a year and a year and a half. We create a culinary community here at College of the Canyons.
COC's Fire Technology program goes beyond putting out fires.
Our goal here is to provide our students with a competitive advantage in the hiring process.
It was life-changing for me, and it's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly where I want to be, and it's outside of my comfort zone, and it will be outside of your comfort zone, but you just got to do it. You just got to go all in and just full send and do it.
In just a few moments from first pitch, but first the upcoming schedule for the Cougars. After today's game against LA Mission, the Cougars will face off against Cypress College this Saturday, March 19th. Immediately following the conclusion of that one, the Cougars will take on El Camino College, and then we'll head out to Glendale Thursday, March 24th, to take on the Vaqueros in a conference matchup. And you can watch all home games streamed on YouTube at College of the Canyons Sports Athletics. And for full schedule and roster information, visit cocathletics.com. And that's going to do it for us here in the studio. For our entire team here, I'm Matt Frieda. Cougars versus LA Mission. First pitch is coming up next. Let's send it out to Whitten Field, where Matt Robinson has the call. Take it away, Matt.